Alright, back with chapter 2. It says, David's instructions to Solomon. This is what it talks about. When David's time to die drew near, he commanded Solomon his son, saying, I'm about to go the way of all the earth. I mean, he's about to die. Be strong and show yourself a man, and keep the charge of the Lord your God, Jesus Christ, walking in his ways and keeping his statutes or his rules, his commandments, his rules, and his testimonies, as it is written in the law of Moses, that hold on real quick. You may prosper in all that you do, and wherever you turn, that the Lord may establish his word that he spoke concerning me, saying, if your sons pay close attention to their way to walk before me in faithfulness with all their heart and with all their soul, you shall not lack a man on the throne of Israel. Meaning, he's telling, God told David that if David's sons who will become kings of Israel will obey God and will do what is right, that he will bless the throne of David. Moreover, you also know what Job the son of Zeruiah did to me, how he dealt with the two commanders of the armies of Israel, Abner the son of Ner and Amasa the son of Jether, whom he killed, avenging in time of peace for blood that had been shed in war, and putting the blood of war on the belt around his waist and on the sandals of his feet. Act therefore according to your wisdom, but do not let his gray head go down to Sheol, or the place of the dead, pretty much, in peace. Of course, like I said back in the past videos, Sheol, place of the dead. It could have been also, hell. So there's many references to what Sheol actually was. I mean, it was a place of the dead somewhat, and also it can also resemble hell. Also, I'll read that again. It says, let's see where we left off at. Let's see. Okay, it says, add therefore according to your wisdom, but do not let his gray head go down to Sheol in peace. I guess he's saying that this guy's gonna go to hell, pretty much. But deal loyally with the sons of Barzillai, the Gileadite, and let them be among those who eat at your table. For with such loyalty they met me when I fled from Absalom, your brother. There's also with you Shemaiah the son of Gera the Benjamite from Bahorim, who cursed me with a grievous curse on the day when I went to Mahanaim. But when he came down to meet me at the Jordan, I swore to him by the Lord, saying, I will not put you to death with the sword. Now therefore do not hold him guiltless, for you are a wise man. You will know what you ought to do to him, and you shall bring his gray head down with blood to Sheol, or hell, pretty much. So he's saying this guy that he's talking about is going to hell. So, it sounds like he's telling Solomon, if you're going to kill this man, whoever he's talking about, he's saying if you're going to kill this man, don't kill him peacefully, kill him and don't let him go down peacefully into hell. Let him permitted burn, pretty much. Evil one day will truly burn. Whenever Christ comes back, evil truly will be defeated, because when Christ comes back, he will throw Satan and hell and death and all that into the lake of fire. Of course, now through his death and resurrection, Jesus has already defeated Satan and hell and death. But evil will truly be conquered when Christ returns and throws Satan and sin and death and hell and all that, and all the wicked people into the lake of fire to burn for all eternity. As for those who are saved, will live, they will live in the new earth, pretty much heaven on earth with Christ for all eternity. But anyway, we'll get to that when we get to Revelations and end times. It says, the death of David. Then David slept with his fathers and was buried in the city of David, or Jerusalem. And the time that David's reign over Israel was 40 years. He reigned 7 years at Hebron, which is in the West Bank today, and 33 years in Jerusalem. So Solomon sat on the throne of David his father, and his kingdom was firmly established. So whenever David died, Solomon took over the throne. He became the new king. They have a map here, but I'll do that in another video, because it's one of those big maps. So it says Solomon's reign established. Then Adonijah the son of Haggith came to Bathsheba, the mother of Solomon, and she said, "Do you come peacefully?" He said, "Peacefully." Then he said, "I have something to say to you." She said, "Speak." He said, "You know that the kingdom was mine, and that all Israel fully expected me to reign. However, the kingdom has turned about and become my brother's, for it was his from the Lord, and now I have one request to make of you. Do not refuse me." She said to him, "Speak." And he said, "Please ask King Solomon, he will not refuse you, to give me Abishag the Shunammite as my wife." Bathsheba said, "Very well, I will speak for you to the king." So Bathsheba went to King Solomon to speak to him on behalf of Adonijah, and the king rose to meet her and bowed down to her. Then he sat on his throne and had a seat brought for the king's mother, and she sat on his right. Then she said, "I have one small request to make of you. Do not refuse me." And the king said to her, "Make your request, my mother, for I will not refuse you." She said, "Let Abishag the Shunammite be given to Adonijah your brother as his wife." King Solomon answered his mother, "And why do you ask Abishag the Shunammite for Adonijah? Ask for him the kingdom also, for he is my older brother, and on his side are Abiathar the priest and Joab the son of Zeruiah." And King Solomon swore by the Lord, saying, "God do so to me, and more also, if this word does not cost Adonijah his life. Now therefore, as the Lord lives, who has established me and placed me on the throne of David my father, who has made me a house as he promised, Adonijah shall be put to death today." So King Solomon sent Benaiah the son of Jehoiada, and he struck him down, and he died. To Abiathar the priest the king said, "Go to Ananoth to your estate, for you deserve death. But I will not at this time put you to death, because you carry the ark of the Lord God for David my father, and because you shared in all his family's afflictions." So Solomon expelled Abiathar from being priest to the Lord, thus fulfilling the word of the Lord that he had spoken concerning the house of Eli in Shiloh. When the news came to Joab, for Joab had supported Adonijah, although he had not supported Absalom, Joab fled to the tent of the Lord and caught hold of the horns of the altar, and when it was told King Solomon, Joab has fled to the tent of the Lord, behold, he is beside the altar. Solomon sent Benaiah the son of Jehoiada, saying, "Go strike him down." So Benaiah came to the tent of the Lord and said to him, "The king commands, come out." But he said, "No, I will die here." Then Benaiah brought the king word again, saying, "Thus says Joab, and thus he answered me." The king replied to him, "Do as he says, strike him down and bury him, and thus take away from me and from my father's house the guilt for the blood that Joab shed without cause. The Lord will bring back his bloody deeds on his own head, because without the knowledge of my father David he attacked and killed with the sword 2 men more righteous and better than himself, Abner the son of Ner, commander of the army of Israel, and Amasa the son of Jether, commander of the army of Judah. So shall their blood come back on the head of Joab and on the head of his descendants forever. But for David and for his descendants and for his house and for his throne there shall be peace from the Lord forevermore." Then Benaiah the son of Jehoiada went up and struck him down and put him to death. He was buried in his own house in the wilderness. And the king put Benaiah the son of Jehoiada over the army in place of Joab, and the king put Zadok the priest in the place of Abiathar. Then the king sent and summoned Shemaiah and said to him, "Build yourself a house in Jerusalem and dwell there, and do not go out from there to any place whatever. For on the day you go out and cross the brook Kidron, know for certain that you shall die. Your blood shall be put on your own head." And Shemaiah said to the king, "What you say is good, as my lord the king has said, so will your servant do." So Shemaiah lived in Jerusalem many days. But it happened at the end of 3 years that 2 of Shemaiah's servants ran away to Achish son of Maacah, king of Gath, and when it was told Shemaiah, "Behold, your servants are in Gath," Shemaiah arose and saddled a donkey and went to Gath to Achish to seek his servants. Shemaiah went and brought his servants from Gath, and when Solomon was told that Shemaiah had gone from Jerusalem to Gath and returned, the king sent and summoned Shemaiah and said to him, Did I not make you swear by the Lord and solemnly warn you, saying, Know for certain that on the day you go out and go to any place wherever you shall die? You said to me, What you say is good, I will obey. Why then have you not kept your oath to the Lord and the commandment with which I commanded you? He also said to Shemaiah, You know in your heart all the harm that you did to David my father. Said the Lord will bring back your harm on your own head. But King Solomon shall be blessed, and the throne of David shall be established before the Lord forever. And the king commanded Benaiah the son of Jehoiada, and he went out and struck him down, and he died. the kingdom was established in the hands of Solomon. Pretty interesting there in chapter 2. Well, chapter 2 you have David's instructions to Solomon about how to rule the kingdom. You know, he tells his son Solomon to rule it in a righteous, godly way, not in a wicked way. Then, of course, David dies, and then Solomon's reign is established, or it starts right there. So that's chapter 2, and I'll be right back with this big map here in a minute about Jerusalem, the time of Solomon. So I'll be right back with that here in a minute.